Broadcasting from Illinois, northwest suburbs. I really want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to the world, and be welcome to Lacho Networking, to our sixth video. And I am really happy to have 6 videos now. In this time, we are going to be putting hands-on the routers. So let's move on, okay? I don't want to waste your time. Okay, this is our final diagram that we're going to, or that I suggest you to do, or just to keep in mind. Probably you can take and screenshot right now, and just to know that I have assigned already some point-to-point subnets /24 just to make this simple. And as you can see, it should be very straightforward. Okay, but before I move on configuring this these routers, I would like to talk you in brief about OSPF. However, I'm just going to mention a few aspects of it. It's an open standard routing protocol which is used by many vendors, many manufacturers. That could be used by Juniper, by Cisco, so that they can do routing between themselves. We have here this OSPF. This is the meaning of the acronym: Open Shortest Path First. It is a link state protocol, meaning that dynamically it will advertise and react to any network topology changes that may need to be known by their neighbors in order to advertise routes. And also, this is a classless protocol, which is variable length subnet masking, and this means that the old routing protocols used to have something that was classful, meaning that you were only to route something that we know as class A, class B, class C subnets. You could only route, for example, this is 000/8. Let's suppose that you have 2 sites. In this left site, let's suppose that we use the 10.2.0.0/24 network, and let's suppose that on the right side we use the 10.15.0.0/24. If we use an classful routing protocol, we will be in a problem because these two ranges are overlapping. So a classful routing protocol is useless. For example, RIP version 1, which is very old and nobody uses it. With the next bullet to consider here is it uses link state advertisements for quick converge. This is something that the protocol itself does. I'm not going to go in depth, okay, but I just keep in mind that it's something that dynamically helps the routers to know routes. That is why it's called a dynamic protocol. And also their neighbor relationship is via hello packets. So for example, when these two, when we have two routers and they want to become neighbors, they send hello. Oh, that doesn't look like an, well, it's hello. Hello. and this other guy says a hello. So they are basically saying, "Hi, I'm here. I would like to be your neighbor. Would you like to be my neighbor? Won't you like to be my neighbor?" Basically, that is what they are saying, right? So there is some parameters that they need to check between themselves, and if they agreed, well, they will happily become neighbors. Okay, so without more to tell about this, uh, I just want to mention in brief that it's very straightforward, the configuration that we are going to do. It will be very easy and straightforward to configure our interfaces in each router, okay? So this is our first step to configure IP addresses in gigabit Ethernet interfaces. So we are going to, once we log into the console of the switches, once we start them up, we're going to type configure terminal, which will be the mode of configuration. Then we are going to specify the interface that we want to configure. We are going to specify the IP address that we are going to use, and then we are going just to enable the interface by running no shutdown command. Okay, so let's go. Let's switch to GNS3. On GNS3 we are going to start configuring our routers. Okay, all the gray area, all the OSPF portion. So let's start with this PE1. Just right click and do start. You will see that it will immediately start running. By the way, I could have done and click this green button, but that will be running all the routers at the same time. This can do your computer very slow because, well, depending on how much memory you're running, but it can be very slow. So I just suggest you to go one by one. So in this case we have P1 running, and we just, to console it, we just right click and select console. We will notice that we will see a lot of logs about the interfaces coming up, about the interface's status, that it is administratively down. Okay, so I just want to show you a command that is displaying the current settings, which is nothing. By default, the router interfaces are down or administratively down, meaning by software you can disable them. So let's go to our script that we have. Okay, so we need to follow these steps: configure terminal, interface, gigabit, blah blah blah. So let's start. Okay, so now how are we supposed to know which interfaces we are using? Well, we just click this button, the ABC cabling, or so here it is. So gig 0 is here, gig 10 is here, gig 30 over here, and gig 20 over here. So let's start. Okay, so as we were saying, we are in the enable mode in the switch, so we just do configure terminal. Oops, it will work if I type it correctly, right? Then we go to the interface itself. Let's go with 3/0. Then we use IP address. If we hit tab before completing the word, it will complete the command that we need to use. Okay, but if we just leave it without completing it, it will work as well. So I'm going just to use this abbreviation for you: 200.33.103.10.255.255.255.0. Okay, and we do no shut or no shutdown. It both work. And from configuration mode to display this same output that you have with show it IP interfaces brief, you can do show IP interface brief. Okay, and now you see here that it is configure, and we have in up state. However, because this is an emulator, it shouldn't be in up, it should be down because the other end is not configured yet. Okay, so let's keep moving. So if I go to interface gigabit 0/2, I do the same. 233.102.10 255.55.55.0, no shoot or no sh if you want, and that's it for this particular router. Okay, then in order for us to save our configuration, we just type end and we do copy running. So if you are in run and you just hit tab key, it will complete for you. Startup as the same, and then you hit enter, destination file name. We say yes, we want to overwrite whatever you have, and that's it. So when we save the changes, even if when we bring down our emulator or GNS3, nothing will happen. Okay, so I just want to go through that step for you to show you, just in case you are done right now and want to resume this activity later. Okay, suppose that we are done. I just close this console. Everything here is running, so I just hit this stop button. Then I just click obviously this close window icon. It will, and if you see here, well, you didn't notice probably, but it brought down the virtual machine, the GNS3 VM. Okay, so let me go back and start again. I'll pause the video for you. Okay, we should be fine now. If for some reason while you try to open your file you get an error saying that your GNS3 virtual machine is not ready yet, just wait for a few minutes and it will be fine. Okay, by the way, you should have enabled some other docs like the server. So if you have this, you will notice that the GNS3 VM, when you start up, it won't be in green. So you need to wait until it is green. Okay, let's move back then to the configuration itself. We did PE1, so let's start it. We should have the configuration saved as we said. Let's verify it. Okay, right click, console. So how are you enjoying this series? I know it's been hard for me to work with them, however I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, so I was just sharing with you my thoughts. So IP interface brief again, and there are the changes that we save. Okay, so let's move to the next switch we need to configure. Okay, so let's do P3 start, right click, console, then enable the labeling. So take our script. P3 is coming up and we are going to follow the same. Enter gig 0/0, it goes to PE1 IP address or IP add tab, however you want to do it. This is based in Linux, so it should be very easy for you. 233.103.3, 255.255.255.0, no shit. So we just enable this link. Remember this between P3 and PE1. Okay, this link. So we could try to test it whether it is working or not. Let's first do show IP interface brief, and we see the IP it's set. Now we can run a ping, but from configuration mode we need to do this command, do ping, then we do 233.103.10. Initially this is normal when the networks are brand new. There's some ARP, address resolution protocol activity going on because they are not known yet, blah blah blah, and then you'll see it's successful. So later it will be fine. Okay, so don't worry. Then let's configure the other interface. Oh, by the way, before I go to that step, there's a command that Cisco uses for you to be able to find whether there is a neighbor. At least for in Cisco, there is a Cisco Discovery Protocol (CDP) protocol that allows you to know your neighbors. This is only applicable to Cisco. Okay, so if you do show CDP neighbors, you will see here the neighbor. Okay, P3 knows PE1 through 300 going through 3/0. Okay, let's move again with the configuration. Let's go with 10. If you want to do it at the same time that I am doing it, it will be very nice so that you don't get bored. No shit. Oh, so I had some in the clipboard I had something selected. When you select something in this putty and you right click, it will paste it. So I had something, that's why you saw this error. So I'm going to show you a command that is very useful in case you wanna erase all what you type. You just do Ctrl U and it will go away. Config T, and then we go again in the we just did. Well, let me go back and verify what I have. I did 0010. Let's go to 20. Oop, what could happen here? Oh, I added 255. Sorry about that. Now it should be fine. No shutdown. Then 30. It should be 3325. 233.25.3. Okay, so we have P3 configured. Do show IP interface brief, and it should be fine. Okay, if we want to display the configuration from configuration mode, it sounds really weird, right? Let me go back. If we want to display the interface configuration from configuration mode, you just do show run, enter gig 0/0, and you will have the configuration display. 01. Oh, sorry, it's 10, 20, 30. Okay, if you type end, go back, you can do the same thing to any. So let's just save the configuration right now. And because I don't want you to get bored, let's make this exercise. Now that you saw that you were able to see the how I did PE1 and P3, just go and do the same for all of these you may ask yourself, well, why we need to do first of all this routing? Well, this is because in order for our MPLS network to work, we need an underlying protocol, routing protocol. It could be EIGRP. In this case, we selected OSPF. On top of it, we're going to have MPLS, and then we're going to have MBGP. This all three technologies by themselves will allow us to create our MPLS and emulate our MPLS network. Okay, I have configured all the OSPF routers except for PE2. I am going to do that right now. In the meantime, I just want to say hi to some colleagues that I was able to meet today. I hope they don't mind if I share their names, but I would like to say hi to Luis, my Mexican friend. I would like to say hi to Christian as well, a Mexican friend. Tenny Joseph, who else? Robert, and Jan. I hope that also I would like to say hi to Monifa and Pam from here. Okay, they may all of them may already know this technology. However, it may be helpful for them to keep them aware of. Probably they are looking at my mistakes right now, right? I don't know. Anyway, we are still in this process. Let me configure the last. Okay, just two interfaces. 233.102.20 255.55.55.0. Oh, what I did, IP address. Oh yeah, was missing a 5. No shit. Inner gay 3/0. IP address 200.33.205.20 255.55. Oh, what's happening with my 5s? Okay, so that should be enough. Okay, I've saved my configuration. I should have ready my interfaces for OSPF configuration. Okay, I'm going to just say bye for this first part. We haven't done OSPF yet. The next video is going to configure OSPF. This video just covered the initial IP address configuration in the routers. Okay, so I don't want to make the videos that long. Okay, so I really thank you for viewing this video, and I hope by now you may have some comments. Also, I would like to let you know that my English is not that good because I'm not a native English or my native language is not English, but I'm trying to do my best, and I really thank you for those that have really gave me some comments on this. I really appreciate them. I want to say hi to those that usually meet me at the office. I want to say really hi to them, and thank you for viewing. Okay, and I hope that my new microphone is doing good for you because I wanted to improve the quality of the sound. Well, see you again in Lacho Networking. I appreciate that you watch this video. May the beats flow in your body, okay? Take care. Goodbye.